Hi and welcome to Angling For You. Today you join me in quite a different, bizarre position to what you normally see us in, and it's part of this back to basics fishing that we've been talking about. Now in front of you can see a little sort of runoff from the river, so what you want to class it as, whether it's a beck, a stream, a brook, whatever, but usually these little places are a haven for small fish, even chub and small barbels, and sometimes and that brings up to back to basics of the setup we're using today. Now I've got a little drop shot rod, and what we're going to do is a little bit of trotting. The flow's not too much actually in front of us. There's a little bit of running water to my left, but mainly in front of us there's not. Now I didn't have any of my normal trotting floats, so haters that want to bang me in the comments, no, this is not a trotting float. But what you can see is a crystal waggler. Now it's a loaded one, but as you can see at the top, I'll bring it up close to camera once we've had a little bit of a fish. I've got just a normal bait band, and that's holding it, so it is fixed in place, so we can trot it down because it's fixed at the top and the bottom. And a little bit sort of 5 inches down from that, I've got a number 8 shot, and that's literally it. That with the loaded, that's all we need, and we're only fishing sort of about 18 inches deep, and we've got some casters with me. I've got some maggots with me, and this time of year you want a single maggot. I've got a size 18 B911 to sort of like £2 bottom, which is probably more bottom than we need, but if we do hook something that's maybe maybe half a pound or like that, we've got a bit more chance of getting that in. So these kind of places are really good to just walk up when you're walking about. I saw this one when I was cycling, and it's just about finding these little places and having basic ways of fishing them. This is purely going back to how we're fishing as a kid. So all I'm going to do is just lower that in, and we're not feeding too much. I've just let a little bit of length of line out. I have closed my bail arm because the flow's so soft, and using my little drop shotting rod, and once it reaches the end of this sort of maybe a two meter run, then I'm going to start it back again. Now make sure that you keep that line behind the float when you're trotting. That gives you a direct to the float, so you're getting little touches on the float there. Just bring that back slightly. So I've got a little small amount of bait. I'm just going to chuck that up the flow, and then that obviously will come back down the run. The only thing you're going to have to contend with a place like this is lots of branches and bits and bobs in your way. Just all this dead stuff, just clear that out. Don't worry about it. Just helps you not get tangled. We've obviously got a lot of overhanging branches, but these kind of jungle fishing is what I always remember as a kid and really enjoy it. And you can see I'm just holding that line behind the float, and then you can control how fast the float goes through the run. And there we go, into a small little fish, just gently working around the trees. That's the only problem we got this time of year on these kind of things. Lovely little roach, hooked perfectly in the top lip. Oh, it's jumping around. As you can see, beautiful condition roach, just getting back in the water. Still in good, perfect condition is that maggot. What we'll do is we'll have another little cast in, and then what we'll do is we'll have a little go through in a bit more close. Matt's kindly behind the camera, so we'll zoom it into the rig and give that a little bit more. Let's have a little look at the rig. So, as you can see, it's a crystal waggler. So it's the 3BB crystal waggler. Really simple, comes in variety of sizes. Normally you would fix it at the bottom with 2-shot or on a float sort of stop, but we've got a little bait band at the top which is holding, obviously making it, being able to trot it through the little bit of flow that we've got, and then it's fixed at the bottom. Obviously you can see the loaded weight there, and then we've just got that small number 1 shot just underneath it, and then the hook link is from finger to finger, which is £2 with a very small B911 hook, and this time we're going to stick a little bit of a caster on. And it's all about bringing this light gear and not having too much and just exploring. And it's this kind of little bits and bobs that you can do with not a lot of money. We're using, like I said, we're using a drop shot rod here. You could even use a telescopic rod for these kind of small kind of areas where you've not got a lot of space, or a whip, and just a small 1000 or 2000 reel, and then just a bit of line. So you're not spending a lot of money at all. Right guys, only a short and sweet little video just to show you a little bit about the setup and a little bit about how easy it is to fish these little venues, and just about being out and finding these little bits and bobs. I'm going to have another half an hour before the end of light and see if we can have a few more. But thanks for watching as always, and hope for these back to basics little short videos are going to help a few people getting into the sport. If you join us on the Facebook group, there's lots of guys on there willing to share advice and photos and all sorts of things about different venues and equipment. There's also Instagram angling_for_you, where if you want to just share photos and have a look what we're up to, that's always a good one as well. So thanks a lot for watching as always. Join us and like and subscribe, mate, and tight lines.